Students, now we are going to study the introduction about Java. This is in your book chapter number 5. So in this chapter we are going to cover all these portions, that is object oriented programming and its features, class and object, data and behavior of object of a class, Java and object-oriented programming language, introduction to Java programming, Java tokens, wrapper class, typecasting, mixed type of data, and priority of operators. So this chapter is not new for you. In class 9th also you studied about all this content, and class 10th also you studied, and class 11th also it is repeating the same. So first, object oriented programming. So what is called as an object oriented programming? In real world we are surrounded by objects which belongs to some class or the other. Object oriented programming, also called as OOP, applies the concept of programming. OOP also implements other concepts which are related to real world. Okay, so now we are going to see the features of object-oriented programming. An object-oriented programming has the following features. First one, encapsulations. Encapsulation means all related data and methods are enclosed within one boundary, that is within a class. Then next, inheritance. So a derived class is able to access data or methods of its base class. So inheritance means we are taking some properties of the parents. Okay, that is, the parents is the base class and the derived class is the child class. This feature helps in code reusability. Then next one is dynamic binding. Dynamic binding means it is in the programs are written in such a way that during runtime the linking of data and methods takes place. The feature provides flexibility to the program. So this dynamic binding is giving flexibility to the program. Then next one is polymorphism. Polymorphism means many forms. Okay, that is the ability of the methods to have the same name but to behave differently under different situations. So the next feature is abstraction. Abstraction means the result of task is presented without giving the details of how the task performed. So it will take the necessary details but hiding the other details. The next one is modularity. A big program is divided into small working modules where which are connectable. Okay, this is called modularity. Now we are going to see what is class and what is called as an object. First one is class. So a class implements the concept of encapsulations. Okay, it bounds that the data and methods that are relevant to one task. Class serves as a definition to describe an entity. It is like a blueprint or the template which can be used for creating objects of same type. So for example, a house can be seen as a class which encapsulates its necessary members, data and methods. The second example is school or bank, that also can be seen as a class which encapsulates the necessary member, data and methods. Okay, now we are going to see what is called as an object. An object is an instance of a class. It is a part of a class. So a class is a definition of data and methods. As object implements that classes in reality. So we can say that in real life, all that we are around us are object of various classes. For example, some real world object examples are here. Class, the class name is wall clock. So the data of a wall clock can be many, few of which are color, size, etc. The methods of a wall clock can be many, few of which are show time, a ring, alarm, etc. Okay, so this is an example of a real world object. The object wall clock that exists in real world or object of class wall clock, which have above mentioned data and methods. Okay, so we are able to say so many objects. For example, chair. Chair means it is size is round in size or square in size or rectangle in size. Okay, so the behavior of the behavior of the chair is it is used for mm, making somebody to sit. Okay, so the purpose of the chair is for sitting. So that is also a real world object. Next one is data and behavior of object of a class. So, what are the characters and behavior of object of a class? Data or attributes are those members of a class that store relevant information. Behavior or methods of a class contain the execution steps to perform a certain task. A method is also called a process or a function. So now we are going to see some difference between object and class. Class, it bounds the data and methods that are relevant to a task. Then object, it is an instance of a class. Then class, a class is like the blueprint, that is the copy of a template which can be used for creating object of the same type. Then object, an object implements a class in the real world as that we have seen in real life around us, or objects of various types. So the same questions answer you studied in class 9th and 10th. If you follow that book and if you are writing that definitions, there is no problem. Okay, don't confuse yourself with the new definitions. Okay, if you are comfortable with that book, then you have to study the answer from that book. The next one is Java, an object-oriented programming language. So now we are going to see the features of Java programming. So what are the features of Java programming? First one is simple. That is, Java programming language provides many assisting tools to make it easy to learn. The next one is platform independent. That is, in any if we are using any operating system, the Java program we are able to run in that operating system. Whatever operating system we are using, we are able to run this programming in any platform. Programs written in Java can be executed on any other platform such as Windows, Unix, Linux, Mac operating system, etc. that is the Java virtual machine. Then third one is portable. The feature of platform independent makes a Java program portable, following the concept of write once, run anywhere. Okay. The next one is dynamic and distributed. Java programs can use other required files either from the local driver or from other computers by getting connected to the internet. The next one is object oriented. So already we know that Java programming is an object oriented programming language. Java fulfills all important features of object oriented programming. that are abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance, dynamic binding, modularity. Okay. Then next one is robust. That is Java provides powerful error. That is exception. Exception means error. Powerful error handling mechanisms. Thus Java program crash very rarely. Okay. Next one is secure. Java has a very efficient security model that makes it one of the most dependable programming language. Given below are some of the security features. So the next one is Java virtual machine. So what is called as this Java virtual machine? This is a software that converts Java bytecode to machine language. Okay, machine level language. It works as a platform for a Java program and can be executed on any platform. So this Java programming can be executed any platform, whether it is on Windows or a Unix or Linux. Java virtual machine comes in between compiled Java code and the computer system. JVM is the main component of Java architecture and is a part of Java runtime environment. Okay. So JVM combined with Java API. API means application program interface, makes the Java platform. Most compilers provide code for computer system, but Java compiler provides code for JVM. Next, what is the advantages of JVM or Java? Uh, what is the advantages of JVM, Java Virtual Machine, in Java Platform Independent? Java compiler creates Java bytecode which is interpreted by the Java virtual machine for any computer system. This feature makes a Java program platform independent. For different platforms, the Java code need to be changed. Only the interpreter has to be changed. Now we are going to see what is exception handling in Java. Exception handling means removing errors in the programming. That is exception handling. Exception means errors. In Java, exception means exceptional situations, that is of errors. Java is a very efficient compiler for handling errors. Okay. So Java has a compiler to handle the errors that occurs. It has a name that and details for every exception. It even gives scope to write built-in error messages or user error messages in case of exception through try, catch, block. So another one error handling syntax is throws. Okay. So this is called exception handling in Java. The next one is introduction to Java programming. So how will you start a Java programming? In class 10 you study how to write the program on the computer. What you have to do is you have to follow some steps. So steps to work on Java BlueJ program. First click on BlueJ icon. Okay, the first step is you have to click the Java icon in the start menu or in the desktop. It will show the BlueJ opening screen. The second step is click on project and you have to create a new project. So if you create a new project, the window will appear here. Here you have to create the class. Okay. So this is the class. See, test 1. This is called a class. So if you double click this class, it will show you a default program. Give a name to the new project and click on create. It gets created in the specified folder. Programs are written in a class. To make new class, click on new class. Dialog box appears. Name the class and click on OK. The class icon appear on the project window. So the fifth point is right click on the icon in the list appears, choose open editor. You may double click on the icon, the open window. So if you double click the icon, a default program will display on your screen. Okay, so this is the default program. So what we have to do is we have to select the default program and click on that click on um, delete button, and we have to enter the new program. Okay, so an object is created in the rectangle box and the left bottom of the screen. Right click on the object to get the list of methods. So if you have written the program in the function, so right click and give all the values. If you are not using the function, or you then it directly display on the terminal window. It will ask the input values. If it is a function, it will ask the values in this window only. Okay, the next one is Java tokens. Tokens means the small individual units we are using in a program is called as a token. For example, P, public P, that is also a token. Equal is also a token. Then A, B, C, etc. These are all are called tokens. So the smaller individual units that used in a program is called as a token. So a token is the smallest identifier part of a program. Following are tokens in Java. The tokens are otherwise called as keywords. No. Following are the tokens in Java, that is keywords, identifiers, literal separators, and operators. Okay. So whatever things we are using, these are called as tokens. So let us now see the details of various tokens. First one is keywords. So the keywords are otherwise called as reserved words. Okay. So these are the words, that is the input words that is stored inside the software. Okay, so we cannot use these keywords as the identifier or the variable name. So these are the words that convey a specific meaning to the compiler. These are reserved words and are used for special purposes, and thus cannot be used as normal identifiers. List of keywords that used in Java programming are abstract, boolean, break, byte, class, catch, case. So these are the table. It shows the keywords that used in the Java programming. So the next one is what are called identifiers. Identifiers means the other name is variables. Okay, so variables means it will allocate some memory space for the values to store in the memory. Identifiers are the names given to a variable, constants, classes, methods. Keywords cannot be used as identifiers. Okay, so when we are using the variable name, we cannot use any of the keywords used in the table as a variable name. Then the first character of an identifier must be a letter, an underscore, or a dollar symbol. Okay, the rest of the characters are the identifiers, letters, underscore, dollar sign, or digit. So the next point is identifiers are case sensitive. This means that age and age are different. Case sensitive means it will differentiate the uppercase characters and the lowercase characters. So Java is called as a case sensitive language. I already told you, wherever you want to write the program in capital letters, there you have to use the capital letters. Then wherever we have to follow the small letters, in that place we have to follow the small letters. Okay, it is called as case sensitive. Then Java's keywords are reserved words, cannot be used as a identifier. So these are the rules when you are declaring an identifier. The identifier is otherwise called as a variable. Okay, so we are going to see some valid identifiers. So these are the field that we are using um, to declare a variable. Okay, so sub values, spaces are not allowed. Here you see इनवैलिड, ये इनवैलिड क्या है, सबका वैल्यू का बीच में what the space is there, so it is invalid identifier. So this one is sub value, this is valid identifier. Then p plus q, arithmetic operators cannot be used. So when you are writing an identifier or a variable name, cannot be used any symbol except dollar sign. Okay. Then int cannot be used. This int is a keyword. So when you are declaring a variable name, don't use the keywords as the variable name. The next one is 7-day identifiers can start with a digit. So this is also a invalid because identifiers never start with a digit. Okay. Now we are going to see the same thing, that is invalid identifiers. Okay. The next one is literals. Literals means constants. Constants means the value of the variable cannot be changed once it declared. The value cannot be changed till the end of the program. That is the fixed value, that is the constant. So literals are constants that have a fixed value of any type of data type. For example, 9, 37 and numerals. A is a character literal, false is a boolean literal. Okay. Next one is named constants. Named constants means these are special kind of variables which have a fixed value throughout. Its value is set at compile time, which cannot be changed at runtime. Okay. So how will you remind? To create a named constant, the keyword final is used. So if you want to create a named constant, we have to use the keyword final. So they are called final constant. For example, final double p1 equal to this. Now in the program, p1 cannot be changed because it is a named constant now by using the keyword final. So in addition to make a variable constant to all the objects of a class, keyword static is used with final. See the example, static final of 3.142. So the next one is separators. So these are the following are the 9 ASCII characters are the Java separators, that is open bracket, close bracket, open curly braces, close curly braces, open square bracket, close square bracket, semicolon, comma and full stop. Semicolon is called as a statement terminator. Okay. So when you are writing a Java program, all the Java program statement will terminate with a semicolon. The next one is operators. Operators means symbols. That is you combined with operands and do some operations. So operators are special symbols that perform specific operations on one or more or three operands and then return a result. So unary operators. Unary operators means if we are using only one operand, that is called as operand means values. So if we are using only one values, so this unary operator we use. These operators are used with one variable to indicate the sign, indicates its sign. Java has two unary operators, that is plus and minus. Then arithmetic operators, relational operators and logical operators, already many times you have studied. So you know there is no difficult for this arithmetic operator. It is it assigns the value to the right side of the variable on the left side, on its left side. So it cannot have a constant on its left side, cannot have any expression on its left side. It can use a variable. Okay. Then difference between left hand side and right hand side of assignment operator. So only a variable can be present on the left side, whereas the right side there can be a constant variable or expressions. Okay. So when we are declaring a variable with value, it is always, the value is always in that of the right side. So the next one is rules for evaluating an expression. So there is some rules and regulation to evaluate some expressions if the parentheses are missing. Okay. So this asterisk, that is into and division, having the higher priority, uh, okay, from left to right. Then next priority is for addition and subtraction, that is the lowest priority. Okay. So some examples, worked examples are here. So you have tried to solve these examples. Okay. The next one is, we are going to see what is called as a statement. It is the smallest unit of the program that get executed. Statements in Java are terminated by a semicolon. So whenever we are writing a program, every statement will end with a semicolon. Then block means the group of statements inside the curly braces. Okay, a group of statements that has a specific aim is called as a block. They are used to divide a big task into smaller ones. It helps in understanding bigger problems. Blocks are generally enclosed within pairs of parentheses. Okay, students. Now we are going to see the commands that are used in a Java programming. So why we are using the commands in Java programming? So if we are writing the program, we know that for what purpose we are writing this program, or we have written that program. But somebody else will come and see that program. They are not able to uh, understand the program without the help of us. So if they want to know for what purpose the program is written, that time the commands lines will help them um, uh, to identify the program use. Okay. So there are commands are those part of a program that do not get executed. They are used to write notes for better understanding of a program. In Java, commands are used in three types, that is single line command, multi-line command and documentation command. So single line command means we are writing the commands in a particular in one line. Okay, that is a very brief command. So a single line command, the compiler ignores the part of the line that comes after it begins with double slash. So if we are writing anything after the slash, computer will not accept that lines. Okay, during the time of execution, the commands lines are not the command lines does not work. So the compiler ignores the parts of the line that comes after it begins with backslash. So multiple line commands means if you want to give the explanation uh, little bit bigger, so the command line will be skipped to the next line also. So that is called as the multi-line command. Then documentation commands means if you are writing the commands as a paragraph. Okay. So it is, that is the detail of the program. If you write that one as a command, then it is called as a documentation command. The next one is primitives used in Java. So what are the primitives that are used in Java? That is byte, short, integer, long, float, double, character and boolean. So these are the primitives that is used in Java. The next one is wrapper class. A wrapper class is a special kind of class which wraps the value of a primitive data type of an object. These classes contain certain methods which are useful for handling data and objects. So now we are going to see some wrapper classes. Okay, so the primitive classes you are written like this: boolean. B is a small letter and all the other letters are also small, but in wrapper class it will be like this: B is capital and all the others are remain as it is. That is, boolean means boolean, byte means byte, dear character means character, and double means double. Okay, so in primitive data type we are using the first letters as the small letter. In wrapper class it will be capital letter. Okay, so the next one is typecasting. So here we are going to see two types of conversion, that is explicit type conversion and implicit type conversion. So when data is multiple types or operated upon, the when data of multiple types of operated upon, the result varies if data are not correctly set. So here we are going to see that two types of typecasting, that is implicit type conversion. In this kind of conversion, the resulting data are explicitly simplified by the programmer. Then next one is implicit type conversion. It is the kind of type conversion that result data types are not specified and are chosen by the compiler. Okay, so in explicit type conversion, the user is able to convert the data type according to their choice. Okay, but in implicit type conversion, we cannot able to change the data type. The compiler will automatically changes the data type with higher priority. Okay, that is called implicit type of conversion. The next one is mixed types of an expression. If an expression is made up of different kinds of data types, then the compiler allots a higher data type to the result, and if the programmer has specified a particular data of type of the resultant, then that data is allowed to the expression irrespective of the act that which data are the type higher or lower. Okay, if the data type is higher, then the priority is for the higher data type. If the lower priority, then it is so if we are using the different types of data of different data types, so the compiler give the priority for the um, data type with larger bits. Okay, the next one is special case in integer division. So when an integer is divided by another integer, the operation results in the integer value. In this causes an error. The way to solve the error is to convert all of them into numerator or denominator to a decimal containing the different data type. Okay. So students, these are the chapters. Then you have to complete the you have to find out the answer for the exercise question answers. So there is no need to write the same definition that we are used in the same book. So you have to use your 9th book and 10th book also. In class 12 also you have to learn about this object class. So till class 9 to 12 the same chapters and the same content will repeat. So here you have to write that terms in brief: object, inheritance, primitive, typecasting precedence, and that is the priority of the operators, and double. Then state true or false. The next one is question answers. Answer the following questions. I think there are 5 question answers are there, so you have to find out the answer and learn. So students, this is the end of this chapter.